Hello, friends. All right, today I'm going to be bringing you an art lesson about negative and positive space. If you forgot, I'm Mrs. Rushton, the art teacher. So let's get started by gathering our supplies. The supplies I want you to gather are some scissors, pencil, glue, that fancy piece of paper that you made yesterday, depending on what technique you decided to use. So a piece of paper that has been all colored using whatever material you want. And for your second piece of paper, you can either just use plain white, or you can use a color piece of paper if you have some color construction paper at home. The deal is they have to be the exact same size. So if your construction paper is a little bit bigger, like mine is, you would have to cut and trim that to make it size. Alrighty, I'm going to use a white background, so I can go ahead and get rid of that. All right, here we go. We're going to be using our colorful piece of paper to create our design. So the first thing I want for you to do is to take your piece of paper and either direction, your choice, I want you to fold it in half. Try to line up your edges, hold it down, and then walk your fingers across and press, 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 press. All right, now it's time to pick a shape. There are so many different options here. If you have a tree outside in your yard that you'd like to go and find a big leaf, that would work pretty cool. You could put that here and trace half of the leaf. Or you can just draw something. Let's think. You could make a circle. You could make a diamond. You could make a star, though that's kind of hard. Lots of different options. I'm going to make a heart because, hearts are fun. You can draw half of the heart pretty easy. I want you to make sure that you know where the middle of your paper is, where the folded part of your paper is. So right here, my paper is folded. That's what I'm going to think of as the middle of my shape. Right here, this part is open. I'm not going to draw anything on this side. So over here on the fold, I'm going to start where I think of the middle of my shape. And I'm going to just do a big swoop line and come down to a point. So that's half of a heart. Step 2, cut this out. Make sure your paper stays folded together. Don't let it come open, so squeeze it together. Take your scissors very carefully and slowly cut out this heart. You need both pieces of paper, so don't get crazy and cut all this up, okay? You need to keep it. So I'm gonna slowly turn my paper as I'm cutting, keeping my scissors away from my fingers. Slowly turn and cut. Okay, now I have 2 pieces of paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and open them. Let's see my heart first. You ready? Cool, it's like a tie-dye heart. What I want to do is I want to take my scissors and that folded line, I might even flip it over, and very carefully cut along that straight line. Here we go. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces of a heart. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push those off to the side. Here is, oh, I love this. Here is the outside, but we're going to use this, so don't get rid of it. Flip it over and cut on those folds that we had created. 1, 2. Okay. Now, what I like to do is take and kind of put this together like a puzzle. I'm going to be placing this together like a puzzle so I can remember where all the parts go. So I'm just going to slide that off. And I'm going to take my clean white piece of paper or construction paper, and I'm going to start off pretty much the same way. I'm going to fold this in half. Make sure you go the same direction. So fold it. This is step 3. Fold your paper. and press, press. Perfect. Open it up. All right, so I'm going to give you a preview of what we're going to be doing, and then I will glue it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking at my puzzle pieces here. I'm going to take, from this side, I'm going to take one of these. So I'm going to take my outside piece, and I'm going to lay it right on the fold, making sure it lines up with the edges of my paper. And I'm going to take the inside on the other side of my puzzle, and I'm going to line it up. Okay, that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take my time with my glue stick here, and I'm going to start applying a lot of glue on the back of, I'm going to do this side first. So let's just kind of get that out of the way. You might use a messy mat for your glue, and make sure you take a glue stick and you work pretty quickly. And you rub, rub, rub all along the edges. My glue is purple until it dries. I really like this glue, but if yours is just clear, just make sure you can see that it's getting all the edges. Okay, so now bring in my white piece of paper and lay this down very carefully and give it a rub. All right, press, 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 press. Make sure I get all my edges pressed down really good. Cool. Now I need to put on my other side of my heart, the opposite side. Glue stick, lots and lots of glue all around the edges. The edges are very important, otherwise it's not going to lay flat. Bring my project back to me. Line it up. Remember, we have that fold as a guideline. So put your shape right on that fold. A little extra glue there. Rub it, flat, flat, flat. There you have it. There is my positive and negative shape design. My positive space is where I have the color, and my negative space is where you see the white. I hope you enjoy this project. I cannot wait to see your finished project. So make sure you take a picture and you upload it on to your Google Classroom. Until next time, doodly-doo.